Chag Sameach, Solel. What? I can't hear you. Say that a little bit louder. Chag Sameach. Again, come on, I can't hear you. Oh, all right. That's better. Chag Sameach. Welcome to our Purim celebration. It's so good to be together to celebrate something joyous and happy and that has delicious treats to eat. Are you ready to eat those already? What are those called again? Hamantashen, Oznei Haman, Hamantashen, Haman's ears, Haman's pockets, Haman's hats. Because this holiday is about eating good food, right? Well, it's about eating sweet treats, but it's also about the story of Esther. Who was Esther? Who else was in this story? Do you remember? There was Esther and there was Haman. We got to practice that. Haman. I can hear it. Shout louder. Boo! And there was Mordecai and Vashti. And there was a king. I remember that too. Well, anyway, as we go through the story a little bit later, I'm sure we'll remember all the names of all the characters. But let's start out by singing a Purim song, Chag Purim. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim. Purim is a big, happy holiday. Masechot, masks, Rashanim, Gragers, Zmirot, songs, and Rikudim, and dancing and celebrating. Join with me. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim, Masechot, Rashanim, Zmirot v'Rikudim, Havana Risha, Rosh Rosh Rosh, Havana Risha, Rosh Rosh Rosh, Havana Risha, Rosh Rosh Rosh, Bara Ashanim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim, Masechot, Rashanim, Shirim v'Rikudim, Havana Risha, Rosh Rosh Rosh, Havana Risha, Rosh Rosh Rosh, Havana Risha, Rosh Rosh Rosh, Bara Ashanim. Havana Risha, Rosh Rosh Rosh. That's when those groggers go, Rosh Rosh Rosh. All right, so before we get started, I have a couple of questions for you. Actually, a couple of jokes. Knock, knock. Who is there? Esther. Esther who? The Esther Bunny. No. Knock, knock. Who's there? Haman. Boo. Haman who? Haman, what are you doing to celebrate Purim? All right, I got one more for you, though. Knock, knock. Who's there? Bar. Bar who? That's right, yes. Please rise. Bar who? It's something we must do. La 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 who? Bar who? It's up to every Jew. Begin the service every day. Bar who? Now that we've done that, we're ready to pray together, and we can sing together the words of the Shema. Shema reminds us to open up our hearts, to open up our ears, because Shema means listen, pay attention. We are listening, we are praying, we are singing together these words that remind us that we are all one, we are all connected, one to another, to God, to the Jewish people. So please sing together the words of Shema with me. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Well, you know the story of Esther and Mordechai and Vashti and Achashverosh, the king. It's a story of freedom. Freedom from oppression, freedom to be able to live our lives as Jewish people. And Torah teaches us that we have to remember as well, that's our job, it's our mitzvah to try to help those who don't have freedom. So the next prayer that we sing together reminds us what it was like for our people when we first crossed the shore of Freedom Sea. And we're going to sing it to a very ancient melody. Sing it with me. Come on, you can sing it. Knock, knock. Who's there? Vashti. Vashti who? Vashti dishes, and I'll get you a hamantashen. Well, we're not quite there where we get to eat the hamantashen, but we are remembering all the different characters in the Purim story, and not only that, but all the people throughout the generations who have come before us. So we're going to do a short amidah, a short blessing that reminds us that we are descendants of our ancestors, our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents and all those who came before us. We praise you, Adonai, God of our ancestors, God of Abraham and Sarah, God of Isaac and Rebekah, God of Jacob, Rachel, and Leah. You are the mighty God who gave life and blessing to our ancestors. Help us to be worthy of that blessing today. You are the loving God who cares for the helpless and the oppressed. Help us to feed the poor and to set free the captive. You are the holy God who has made us your partner in completing the world. Help us to use this power for goodness and not for evil. We place our trust in you, the source of life. Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol. Blessed are you, the source of all, the source of everything. You know, one of the things that that I often think about in my prayers is what it would mean to have shalom for the whole world. Shalom means peace, and it also means completeness. It means wholeness. And the story of Purim reminds us that the world is very much vayinvalchba. It's hafuchba. Everything is upside down and crazy. And sometimes we feel like that too, but we know that the idea of shalom, of peace, if we can work together to bring that to the world, means people don't have to feel like that so much anymore. So please join with me in the words of Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom, Mim Ramah. Oseh Shalom, Mim Ramah. Hu yaseh, hu yaseh, hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh. We sing the words of Oseh Shalom. We're also reminded that bringing peace, it's part of what we pray for. We ask the Holy One, we ask God to help us with that, but it's also something that we want for the whole world. And so on this Purim, as we remember everybody, we also remember those who came before us who brought gifts and blessings to our lives. And we take this time right now to remember those people who were part of our lives but are no longer here with us. So I invite you, if there's someone that you are remembering on this Purim, someone for whom you are saying Kaddish for this week, to share their name aloud or to hold their name in your heart. And we ask the mourners among us to please rise first so that we might say to you these words. Min hamakom tinachamu. May you find comfort in God's sheltering presence. And now we all rise to support those who are mourning and to say Kaddish for those who have no one to say it for them. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agalav v'zman kar'i v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'amei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudusha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol b'nei adam, v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all those who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us, among all the Jewish people, and among all the nations and families of earth. Amen. It's almost time. Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange? Orange who? Aren't you glad it's almost time for the Purim Spiel? Knock, knock. Who's there? Esther. Esther who? Esther, an end to these silly knock, knock jokes? Well, I promise you there's almost an end. Let's sing another Purim song, and then we'll get right into the chanting of the Megillah. Please sing with me the words of Utsu Eitza Vetufar. You shall form your plot, but it shall fail. Lay your plan, it shall not prevail. Ki Immanuel, for God is with us. Utsu Eitzu Vetufar. Utsu Eitzu Vetufar. Utsu Eitzu Vetufar. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Immanuel. Utsu Eitzu Vetufar. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Immanuel. Utsu Eitzu Vetufar. Dabru davar velo yakum. Utsu Eitzu Vetufar. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Immanuel. Utsu Eitzu Vetufar. Dabru davar velo yakum ki Immanuel. And now it's time for hearing Megillat Esther, the story of Purim. Please join with me in the brachot, the blessings over the Megillah, and then we're going to hear our Purim spiel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu al mikra Megillah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim ledorotenu b'yamim hahem bazman hazeh. We praise you, eternal our God, whose presence fills creation. You allow us to reach for holiness through the mitzvot of reading this Megillah. We praise you, eternal God, whose presence fills creation, for the miracles that you performed for our ancestors at this time in days past. And now here it is. Get ready to swing your groggers. Let's make some noise. for pandemic in Persia.
It happened in the days of Ahasuerus, that Ahasuerus who reigned over 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia. In those days, when King Ahasuerus occupied the royal throne in the fortress Shushan, in the 3rd year of his reign, he gave a banquet for all the officials and courtiers, the administration of Persia and Media, the nobles, and the governors of the provinces in his service.
Welcome, everyone, to the city of Shushan, capital of the Persian Empire. Thousands of years ago, Persia was struck with a terrible plague, forcing everyone to stay in their homes. You think shipping times are bad now? Imagine what it was like back then trying to get PPE mailed from China. Sit back, grab a mask. You should have plenty available now, and enjoy our Purim story. We begin with King Ahasuerus, ruler of all Persia, who has been dealing with the pandemic by throwing a nonstop party for the last 6 months. We join his nearly endless party on Zoom now.
Hey, everybody, what a great party. I mean, you know, you have to be in your own homes, but this party's hopping. Where are my ministers at? Hillman, you having a good time?
Oh, yes, sir. Very, very fun.
Hey, and what about you, Pizza? You doing good?
For sure, Your Highness. Who knew you could have fun on Zoom for however long this call has gone on?
11 months. We've been at it for 11 months. Same Zoom call. Amazing.
Oh, right. That's why my head hurts so much.
You know what? I think it's time to do something different. We need some new blood in here. We need to get things bumping again. Let me send for Vashti and get her to be invited in. What's her email again? Oh yeah, vashti@shushanpalace.edu.
My king, why is the palace email edu?
Tax incentives. Technically, we're a university, a farm, and a Chuck E. Cheese franchise.
Hello, King. I just got your email.
Good. Welcome to my party.
Uh-huh. You've been at this party for 11 months now, and it only occurred to you now to invite your wife?
Oh, come on, honey. Don't be like that in front of everybody. Nobody wants to hear you kvetch. All I want is some entertainment. Could you do like a little song and dance number? Maybe keep things moving around here?
Absolutely not.
You know, I really wasn't asking. I'm the king, you obey. That's traditionally how it works.
Well then, call me non-traditional.
Well, how about I call you never? Because you're done, kaput, finished, gone.
Whoa, sick burn.
Good luck without me. Oh, and also your party sucks. Who wants to be on Zoom for 11 months?
Well, the joke's on you. I don't care if people like my Zoom party. I'm the king. I can do whatever I want.
The king's servants who attended him said, "Let beautiful young virgins be sought out for your majesty. Let your majesty appoint officers in every province of your realm to assemble all the beautiful young virgins at the fortress Shushan in the harem under the supervision of Hege, the king's eunuch, the guardian of the women. Let them be provided with their cosmetics, and let the maiden who pleases your majesty be queen instead of Vashti." The proposal pleased the king, and he acted upon it.
And so the king finds himself without a queen and without entertainment for his party.
Oh, I need a new queen. This stinks.
Your Majesty, I have a suggestion.
Yeah?
Well, why don't we send out word to all eligible maidens of the kingdom to join you on a Zoom meeting, and you can choose your new queen that way.
Great, fine. Send out an email blast to our whole kingdom mailing list, and let's get this over with. Well, what's taking so long?
My apologies, Your Highness. The announcement got caught in everyone's spam filter. The maidens are just starting to arrive now.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. Ugly, uglier. Ugh. Okay, there's one that's good looking. Hey, you. No, not you. The other one. Unmute and tell me a little about yourself. No, you're still muted. I can't hear you. Click the microphone. No, I can't hear you. At the bottom. No, the bottom. I can't. You have to click. It looks like a microphone. Oh, never mind. Does anybody here know how to unmute themselves?
Oh, I do, Your Majesty.
Who are you?
My name is Esther, Your Highness.
Well, if you know how to unmute yourself on Zoom, then you probably know how to do light bookkeeping, cook a banquet for hundreds of dignitaries, sew a complete outfit for me, convert lead into gold, and commune with the ghosts of my ancestors. You'll be my perfect queen.
Your Majesty, that's maybe overselling my qualifications just a teeny bit.
Nah, I'm good. I'm the king. I'm always right.
And so Esther became queen of all Persia.
Sometime afterward, King Ahasuerus promoted Haman, the son of Hammedatha the Agagite. He advanced him and seated him higher than any of his fellow officials. All the king's courtiers in the palace gate knelt and bowed low to Haman. For such was the king's order concerning him. But Mordecai would not kneel or bow low. Then the king's courtiers who were in the palace gate said to Mordecai, "Why do you disobey the king's order?"
Oh, I need a nap. This has been absolutely exhausting. Can someone take over hosting duties for me? Hey, you, Haman.
Yes, Your Highness.
I'm going to make you co-host for a while. I gotta lay down for a bit. Keep things running smoothly around here, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That doesn't really mean much. Ooh, this is exciting. Let's play a game. Raise your hand if you have something you want to share with the group. Sorry, let me be more specific. Raise your hand if you would like to share something that you love about me. Who's going to go first? One thing you love about me.
Oh, I have something. You're terrible.
Oh, thank you. Anyone else? Mordecai the Jew, what do you love most about me?
What?
One thing you love about me. Just a fun game while we're sitting here.
Not a chance.
What do you mean? That's what we're doing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't clear. I meant no way am I playing this stupid game because you are crazy.
You dare risk the king's wrath by refusing?
You better believe it.
It's literally a law that you have to say something nice about me. Compliment me or I'll send the royal guard after you.
Well, you go ahead and try it. One coughing fit and they'll all go running in the opposite direction.
How dare you? I'm the Prime Minister.
Get over yourself. I'm out of here.
I can't believe he would speak to me that way.
Haman, how did it go while I was napping?
Well, honestly, Your Majesty, it did not go well. It turns out there are some people in your kingdom who refuse to obey the law. We must do something about it.
Oh, must we?
Oh, my apologies, Your Highness. I wasn't implying that you should do any work. If you'd like, I'd be happy to take on the responsibility of finding these seedy characters and taking care of them.
Are you planning to murder them?
Yes, of course I'm planning to murder them.
All right, first of all, don't take that tone with me. Second of all, go take care of these people, whoever they are. I just don't want to think about it.
If I had my way, you'd never think about anything at all.
You know, that sounds like a compliment, but honestly, I can't tell what you're trying to say.
Never mind.
Haman skulked off to plan his revenge against Mordecai and the Jews of Persia. A decree was crafted and sent out to all corners of the kingdom that in 11 months' time, the people of Persia should rise up and destroy the Jews.
All the king's courtiers and the people of the king's provinces know that if any person, man or woman, enters the king's presence in the inner court without having been summoned, there is but one law for him, that he be put to death. Only if the king extends the golden scepter to him may he live. Esther said, now I have not been summoned to visit the king for the last 30 days. When Mordecai was told what Esther had said, Mordecai had this message delivered to her. Do not imagine that you of all the Jews will escape with your life by being in the king's palace.
Uncertain what to do, Esther languishes in the palace. Then one day, Mordecai reaches out.
As soon as the king saw Queen Esther standing in the court, she won his favor. The king extended to Esther the golden scepter which he had in his hand, and Esther approached and touched the tip of the scepter. What troubles you, Queen Esther? The king asked her. And what is your request? Even to half the kingdom it shall be granted to you. If it please your majesty, Esther replied, let your majesty and Haman come today to the feast that I have prepared for him.
The days pass as Esther crafts her plan to convince the king to stop Haman and save her people. She quickly runs into a problem. The law states that no one can even speak to the king without him first giving permission.
How do I get the king's attention without just talking to him? Let me think. Aha!
Oh, dude, is that you, Esther? I didn't see you there. How have you been? I feel like it's been forever.
I know. It's so hard to keep track of time when you're stuck inside day after day.
I know just what you mean. You know, last month I got lost just looking for the bathroom in the east wing of the palace. It took me a week to find my way back.
Because of the pandemic?
No, I just got stuck in the closet and I couldn't find the door. So what's up? What do you need?
Well, since it's been a little while since we've had a chance to hang out, I thought maybe we could have a virtual cocktail hour tonight.
Just you and me and a couple of screens?
Actually, I thought we could invite Haman too.
Bummer. Well, I was going to have a cocktail or three anyway. Sure, tell Haman. I'll see you both tonight.
That night, Esther, Haman, and King Ahasuerus gather on Zoom for a little nightcap.
And then, well, like you weren't actually supposed to do that.
Oh, Mhm.
Why, yes. How amusing. Really funny that your subjects actually listen to the things you say.
I know, right?
My king, you are hilarious.
Yeah, I am. So, Esther, this has been absolutely a lovely evening. You deserve a reward. What can I do for you? Anything. Half my kingdom. Of course, it'll be the half with the ugly people in it.
All I could ever ask is that we join again tomorrow night for another nightcap.
Sure, why not?
Sounds like a lovely idea.
So the king and Haman came to feast with Queen Esther. On the second day, the king again asked Esther at the wine feast, "What is your wish, Queen Esther? It shall be granted to you. And what is your request? Even to half the kingdom, it shall be fulfilled." Queen Esther replied, "If your majesty will do me the favor, and if it pleases your majesty, let my life be granted as my wish, and my people as my request."
Esther exits the Zoom call and another day passes. That evening, she joins together with the king and Haman once again.
And I'm like, I didn't actually say the pandemic was a hoax. Oh man, am I hilarious.
You are the funniest person on the planet. I've literally never met anyone as funny as you, Your Highness.
Have you two been drinking this whole time?
Not exactly the whole time. I passed out for at least 20 minutes. To be fair, Haman was telling me this boring story that went on and on and
Oh,
on.
my king, you're such a kidder.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, my Queen Esther, pour yourself a Cosmos and join the fun.
Okay, one more time.
All right, so Haman, dude, what evil schemes have you been up to?
Oh, man, you'll get such a kick out of this. Remember when the pandemic hit, you couldn't find any yeast and everyone went crazy? They were stuck in their houses and they're like, "I'm stuck at home. I should make loaves and loaves of terrible tasting bread that no one likes. Wait a minute, where's all the yeast?" That was me. I bought all the yeast in the whole kingdom.
Yeah, that is funny. Those frustrated peasants.
Oh, but wait, it gets better. I sold all the yeast back to the stores, but only after I warmed every jar and packet so the yeast was dead. Millions and millions rushed to buy yeast after it was sold out for months, only to find out it was dead. Oh.
You two are something else.
Oh, Queen Esther, you are so kind. I said it last night and I'll say it again. What can I give you as a gift?
Well, the only thing I ask is that you save me and rescue my people.
Why? Are they all using Google Hangouts during the quarantine? Only thing worse than that's WebEx.
What? No. Someone is targeting my people for destruction. Someone is out to kill me.
Who would dare do such a thing?
Haman!
What? Wait. Did my audio cut out or something? I swear I must have missed a plot point here.
Targeted the Jews for destruction, and I am Jewish.
Haman, how dare you plot to kill the queen without my permission?
I'm sorry, what?
That didn't come out the way I meant it to.
We're going to come back to that remark later. The point is, I need you to stop Haman.
Okay, I'll stop Haman. Gee, what a vet you are. Haman, as punishment for your crime, you are required to eat gefilte fish for breakfast every morning for the rest of your life.
Fresh or canned?
And
No!
Are you kidding me? That's not enough punishment. He tried to kill me.
oh, okay, and you'll eat it in the dungeon. Be gone from my sight.
Thank you. And my cousin Mordecai had a Zoom account canceled because of Haman. Could you please restore his access?
Make it so.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Mordecai, I need a new prime minister, and you're, well, you know, you're here, so congratulations. You're now the new prime minister. I'm officially designating you co-host. Now, let's all go home and eat some hamantaschen. I'm starving.
And so Haman went to jail. The Jews of Persia were saved, and the holiday of Purim was created to celebrate Esther's glorious victory for all time. Chag Purim Sameach.
Chag Purim
Chag
Sameach.
Sameach.
Purim Sameach.
Chag Purim Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Wow, that was hilarious. What a funny story. Did you boo for Haman? Did you clap for Esther and Mordecai? Were you on the edge of your seat just waiting to find out what was going to happen? Well, I know you're all out there wearing great costumes tonight. If you would like to take a photo of yourself or your family in costume, send it to us at Solel. We'll share it with everybody so we have memories of this wonderful Purim celebration that we shared together. And we're going to close out with the singing of Queen Esther. She's amazing because she wasn't she? Let's give her some applause. Let's give some applause actually to all of our Purim players in our Purim Spiel. And we're going to sing together Queen Esther, She's Amazing. Queen Esther, she's amazing, not just a pretty face. She frolicked with the king one day. Shushan was their home base, but the king was in a pickle. Wicked Haman was to blame. He said, Mordecai, hey dude, bow down, but Mord wouldn't play that game. We'll skip the grimmest details of the bad stuff Haman tried. Suffice to say that Esther saved the day, and Haman, he got fried. Oh, Esther, she's amazing, not just a pretty face. She frolicked with the king one day. Shushan was their home base. Chag Sameach Solel. Happy Purim, Chag Purim Sameach.